y equals to 1 by x plus 2 minus 3. The graph of this function is also same only, however, this minus 3, we will see how this minus 3 influence the curve. So, first of all, as usual, we will start finding out the vertical asymptote. To find the vertical asymptote, we equate the denominator to equal to 0. So, x plus 2 equals to 0, we get x equals to minus 2. Now, to find the horizontal asymptote, we make compare the degrees, as the degrees of x is 1. So, when the numerator it is 0, therefore, we get this y equals to 0, but however minus 3 is there. So, 0 minus 3 will give me minus 3 only. So, in this case the horizontal asymptote would be y equals to minus 3. Therefore, the curve, if we plot the curve, so here is the y axis, this is the x axis, this is the x axis. So, vertical asymptote is a minus 2, that means this is the minus 2, and horizontal asymptote is minus 3. So, this is the minus 3. So, here I see minus 1, minus 2, this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Now, there will be intercept also. How do you find x and y intercept? So, to find the x intercept, you make y equals to 0. So, if you make y equals to 0, the above equation reduces to 1 by x plus 2 equals to 3. So, that gives me 3x plus 6 equals to 0, or x equals to sorry, not 0, it would be minus 1. So, this one reduces to 1 minus 6, that gives me minus 5 by 3, minus 5 by 3, that gives me minus 1.6. So, minus 1.6 will be somewhere here, minus 1.6 will be somewhere here. Okay. Now, let us see what about the y intercept. So, for the y intercept, we will take x equals to 0. So, if we take that, we get y equals to 1 by 2 minus 3 or 6, 1 minus 6 is 5, minus 5 by 2. So, minus 5 by 2, that gives me y equals to minus 2.5. Okay. So, minus 2.5 will be somewhere here, So, the curve, the positive curve will be going like this. Okay. And for the negative one, the negative half will be going this way. Okay. So, let us find the domain now, domain and range. To find the domain and range, domain will be from minus infinity, all the x values, minus infinity to up to the vertical asymptote, that is minus 2. So, minus infinity to minus 2 union, it would be again from minus 2 to plus infinity. Okay. So, this is the, you can write this in another way also. So, it is real only. So, you can write like this, real. So, that means minus, it would be from only minus 2 will not be present. This way also you can write. Similarly, range, how will be the range? So, range will be again, range will be all the y values. So, it would be again same way, minus infinity to up to horizontal asymptote. Horizontal asymptote is minus 3. So, minus 3 and then union minus 3 to plus infinity. So, this is the horizontal asymptote, and so this is the domain and range of this function. I think so that would be one. Now, let me summarize and let me give you a little bit of picture of all common curve which you will encounter in this chapter. So, for example, let us see, so you see, if we get any curve, any equation like this, y equals to 1 by x, the curve will be something like this. The curve will be, we have seen, so the curve will be curve will be something like this, right? Okay, and then y equals to 1 by x square, y equals to 1 by x square. How will be the curve? The curve will be again it will be both on the already positive y, right. So, this is the curve for 1 by x square. Now, what about this case, y equals to minus 1 by x? In that case, you can just see that it will get flipped. So, if this is the axis, I am just giving you the hint. So, this one will get flipped here and this one will get flipped here. So, this will be the curve. So, you can see these things helps you to determine the domain. If you know about the curve, it helps a lot to find the domain and range very easily, right. Similarly, so now let me erase it a little bit. So, what about y equals to minus 1 by x square? How will this one? Same way, here is the plot. So, now you will see it will be, so earlier it was this side, this the first or second quadrant, now it will be in the third and fourth quadrant. It will just get mirrored, reflect, it will get reflected, that is it. So, it will be now like this. So, once you know this curve, once you know looking at the equation, if you can conceptualize the curve, your domain and range problem is done. Domain and range you can easily find it out, and that is the finding out the domain and range in complicated questions is the most challenging. So, if your graph based concept is there, then no doubt you will be doing very well in this chapter. So, this was the little bit of synopsis, this was little bit of background work on rational functions. There are rational functions can even more complicated, but I leave for you to explore the net and find more about it. For now, this much would be enough.